Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 1 of Dragons of Shipwreck Isle. Yes, thank you very much. Ooh, Thomas was watching me on that one. That was fun. Sorry, broke the professionalism almost instantly. Here we are. That's okay. Hi, it's Saturday night at Quest and Chaos, and we are not playing Call of Cthulhu tonight. Ezra has gone away to some far-off, terrifying lands and to do some research, presumably, for Cthulhu. And I'm here in this seat with these wonderful people getting to play through the starter set, the brand new D&D 5e starter set, Dragons of Shipwreck Isle. Am I safe to say it? Cool. But as we are coming back from break, you can do #chaos in the chat to win. You are on your last chance in order to win this. It is, it's real pretty. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I love that the cloister is overrun with kobolds, and in a good way.
And I love the fact that Thomas and I are in the same room, so when we're figuring out when to roll or not, we can just look at each other and confirm, and then I hit the button.
Oh, that's wonderful. As we are coming back from break, we have some bits. First and foremost, J. Matthews 85, 1,000 bits. Hey, this isn't Cthulhu. Well, kill him anyway, Tiana. I will endeavor to do my best. I've got a stack back here. Holy hells.
You should start re-rolling things.
Yeah, I mean, those zombies could have wrecked us.
They could. We'll talk more about that in the after show, but yeah, they definitely could. And our wonderful friend, the Hefner, 1 and 1. One for y'all. Thomas? You have to concentrate on catching the thing, not protecting your drink.
I
Got it.
You did job. And one for me.
So anytime you do that, if you hit that button,
we're figuring out how to
Two.
use D&D Beyond, which is a wonderful tool, but also very difficult in some very particular ways, where wizards are unnecessarily difficult.
You're a wizard, Matt.
For the
Learn
first,
some spells,
for the
why don't
first
you?
time. Exactly.
For the first time in forever.
Let's do it. Here we go.
This is not the musical episode.
That's
stay tuned
Tuesday.
for the After Dark, and we'll get Tiana to do movie chat since no one else is here.
No. All right, but when we last left our adventurers, they had just arrived at Shipwreck Isle, so named because, well, as they discovered, there's a lot of sharp, pointy rocks around the island, and unless you know what you're doing, shipwrecks are very easy to do around here. As they were making their way up to the Cloister of Dragon's Rest, they were set upon by 3 Zomsters, which did not seem to want to die until they were hit with radiant energy, a critical hit, or they rolled badly on their con score, which I did consider re-rolling. I'll do that next time, thank you.
Adding a d6.
This is my show, I say. No, you're right, adding the d6.
Or do you spend some of those inspiration for a card?
Ooh, possibly. Maybe, because those carry over, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I might do that.
We can always do that at the end when you see how many you have left after you soundly do or don't trounce us in our battle against all of the kobold orphans.
no, this is just daycare.
Surprise!
Oh dear. All right, so as our adventurers arrived, they did discover that the Cloister of Dragon's Rest is inhabited primarily by kobolds, who are very excited about the new people. They also met Elder Renara, who is the sage who runs the place. There's a very calming aura about her, and you can all feel it as you walk into the monastery and the cloister itself, that there's something about this place that just kind of relaxes the knots in your shoulders, even if you don't quite realize that's what's happening.
Anti-magic field.
Are the knots in your shoulders how you do magic?
Probably. I've lived a hard life.
They're always there.
Oh dear. Yes. And they are currently being settled into the monastic cell. That is what they are called. It's not a prison cell, where they will be residing while they are guests on Dragon's Rest. And they are all here, each and every one of them, for a purpose. They are seeking something, whether it be peace, whether it be revenge, whether it be...
One one of those two things.
Peace, revenge, money. Those are all the motivations you really need in the world, isn't it?
Covered all of our bases.
Yep.
So, you are all being settled into this room. Is there anything that you would like to do as the hammock is being hung for the person who would otherwise sleep on the floor?
I mean, I don't mean to pry. But, I mean, I do mean to pry. Hi, hello.
I mean, hi, hello. Let's go.
Hi, hello. I'm a big hippo man who wants all the answers.
As he's saying this, or as they're saying this, like, Madame Celery's going, like trying to put the beds together, and then also will cast Unseen Servant to do it for her.
Yes.
So this is to be like, so like snaps, and you see this like kind of big hulking like.
Do we?
Also,
It's unseen.
Oh, you don't see it. In my mind, I thought it was but I can see it.
I think it's just unseen.
Never mind. In my mind,
you can
Madam.
vision it
But
out.
you,
God,
you
there's
believe
ghosts.
it, you believe it so hard you can like see the image superimposed over
Okay.
where they are.
Well, in my mind, so also just FYI, Madam
Does it
Celery
look like your
is
ex-husband,
Yzma,
ex-husband?
so that's what pretty much what I'm playing it as. So, so it's like
Yes.
some big.
So we have the
crotchy type
himbo
thing.
and
Yeah,
Yzma.
exactly. So
The
it's just
himbo
like-
and the himbo. Our new podcast from
So,
Quest
but
of
that
Chaos.
Unseen Servant will be doing it. She'll just go enough, and she'll just kind of pull out another vial and crack it, and then just be like, and then you'll see the bed. I guess then everyone will see the bed start to kind of come together because that's what she's committed to do. Sorry, you were saying. Hippo.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to do divine sense to see if there are
no.
any ghosts in the room.
There are not.
Oh. The bed is moving on its own, but there are no ghosts in the room.
No, I'm doing that right now.
Oh, you are doing that.
I am doing that.
I mean, you are not doing that. You are standing right there.
I have someone to do it for me.
I do not see someone.
There.
Did you have a question?
They're there. Oh, they,
They're
There. They are there.
Who is they?
This was a dangerous combination. I almost regret this.
Right,
I'm trying not to spectate.
Officer Cadet, could I'm
Yes,
That was
yes,
so funny.
terribly sorry to ask. Do you mind, could you give me a boost so I can mount the hammock?
Oh, yes, certainly.
Very lively, like step up and just like fall. She's like, I'm like 6'1". I'm a tall elf lady, so just hook it into the ceiling, get it. Perfect, thank you. Were you trying to ask a question before
Well,
the bed started moving?
Was I? Oh, I don't know. Was I?
You were gonna not pry into something.
You didn't want to pry into
Oh,
my
why are we here?
Yes.
Why are you here? We're gonna get all the answers that we need.
Well, I'm here to talk to the elder.
Oh, yes. Me too.
Why didn't you talk to her? She was just here.
Oh, I think there must be something special. She probably needs like candles and a bowl or a ball of some sort and personal connection time.
For what? What are you trying to reach? Who are you trying to reach?
Oh, no, I'm just looking for a ship.
I'm just looking for a guy.
Oh, maybe the guy's on the ship.
Oh, that'd be real handy, actually.
Yeah. We just think that one ship and then
We just surprise the guy, then I can go home. Love it.
Wonderful. All right. Well,
Well, tell me about this guy. Maybe I've seen this guy.
I don't think he's ever been to space, but he used to
Yeah.
sail the seas. He was part of this guild, worked with a lot of people, some of them shady, some of them less shady, and he and my ex-boyfriend used to work together a lot, and then he literally stabbed him in the back, threw him off a cliff into some rocks, and stole their money and ran. So I'm a little what would you say, a little peeved about that, and I was going to find the guy and, slowly cut off all of his fingers and toes and string him up over some equally sharp pointy rocks and then go home.
Oh my goodness, that's very specific.
I mean, I've had a lot of time to think about it. Might change my mind.
How long ago did this happen?
Ooh, while back. Time's kind of irrelevant. I'm an elf.
Isn't it though?
Right? So difficult. People ask, how long ago was that? I'm like, could have been yesterday. Could have been like a decade ago. I don't remember.
It's all relative.
Also, I've been at sea. Do you know how hard it is to tell time at sea? Because every day is the same. You can navigate like nobody's business with the stars, but time, nothing.
Oh, the stars.
It's quite true.
Have you seen the stars up close?
You die when you do that.
Oh, what a beautiful way to die it must be.
No.
Sorry, for the for the 5 minutes relative of my life that I was in the church, talked a lot about the stars. Beautiful.
There are giant hamsters in space.
What?
Yes.
There are giant hamsters in space.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What do they do?
Sail ships.
But also, like, when you see
Combat.
giant relative to an earth hamster, so like the size of the dog, or like giant, like your size?
Yeah, like my size. My size hamsters.
Maybe I should go to space.
There seems to be a lot of ships in space.
I'm good at ship. I build ships.
How fascinating. And she pops up her crinoline on the back and is like, putting the dog, like, tell me everything about shipbuilding.
Oh.
Everything? It's not. I mean, I'm very good at it, but it's not necessarily interesting.
Well, I've never built a ship.
I guess if you're in the middle of combat and you're trying to sort of patch a cannonball hole while also getting fired on, and like fireballs are dropping all around you, and you've got crazy.
You just get a 1,000-yard stare out of
So we're having a PTSD
Yeah.
episode.
fireballs.
Marlo, while still talking about describing this like horrific sea battle in which the ship was being like destroyed around them and they were trying to patch it, just pulls out the flask, unscrews the lid, hands it.
Takes a huge swig. It drains it, probably. And while that happens, Undar pulls out a crossbow. It's like halfway between a light crossbow and a hand crossbow. It's like a hand crossbow for a big hand. And he just starts like, just kind of like, making sure everything works and.
So anyway, and that's how I ended up turning what used to be, a 3-mast ship into a 6-person raft and getting off the coast of Chult.
How fantastic.
So what about you, princess? This seems like an odd place for a princess to be, if you don't mind my saying. I haven't run into a lot of princesses, but most of them are either up in towers guarded by dragons or kicking the ass of the Witch King of the Nazgul. So.
Well, I've had quite a trying season this year, and I was hoping that I could come out here for a little bit of me time. It seems like maybe I should have vetted what island I was going for, but I thought the Elder would be able to inspire me, provide some insight on how I can make next season go better. But I'm sure all of that seems like some pittance compared to finding a man to murder and a ship
To murder.
To
to
murder, yes.
also murder.
Yes.
Are you also? Are you also here
I
to
have
see
never
revenge?
murdered anyone. As soon as she turns to I have never, would refute it, I have never murdered anyone.
You know what they say about ladies and protesting.
They burn the buildings down, right?
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
protest, okay.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm here about, I suppose, a man. I sent someone out here to do a little bit of reconnaissance for me because I heard there was a treasure out here that I was seeking. I haven't heard back, so I'm here to see what it is myself.
Ooh, there's treasure? Treasure?
Yes.
Well, the guy I'm looking for did steal like a king's ransom in gold and supplies and such. That's why he had to kill my ex.
What season are you talking about?
I am curious about your
Sorry,
season as well.
Are you one of the Meladrin elves?
What is that?
Oh, they change their hair with the seasons so that it matches.
Oh, how quaint.
And also their personalities.
How quaint. What season is it now? If I had to guess,
It's kind of a winter.
Yes, I'm getting a
Kind of a wintry.
vibe.
It's spring. It's like April.
Ah.
Yep, that scans because bull season just finished.
Like that kind of. I'm so sorry.
What is happening?
What bull season?
Ball.
Ball.
So
Ball.
you know,
I'm
when
sure
you
it's
attend to
been-
balls, but you don't get any. Yeah.
Attending a ball.
I'm sure it was quite a while ago for you, but in our bull season.
Oh, my darling.
One attends court to
You are-
find.
Looks like your bitch is not the only one that needs to be pet.
And on that note,
You wanna roll a giveaway?
let's do that.
We're just gonna end up being sassy.
Absolutely cannot annihilate.
In QNC history that Tiana has to edit the podcast.
I'm not touching this one. Are you kidding?
Oh, it's so funny.
All right. Good to go.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We both took fire damage, I think.
fire and psychic.
Oh my
I
god.
know. And when you said she was old, you just see like stuff's like her
Right.
jowls start quivering. Oh my gosh.
Let's see who are. J. Matthews 85.
Congratulations! You should run this for people on the Discord. I know that you run some excellent one shots on the Discord. If you want to hit people up on there, it's a good one.
No. Yeah, Jay Matthews.
You guys. So the bell rings out from further up on the cliff face, further up the path in the cloister.
I immediately draw my sword.
You hear a lot of very cheerful kobolds running past, going, food!
Oh,
You can gather from this it's mealtime.
oh. When a bell rings on a ship,
You muster.
yes. Okay.
Yeah?
Is anybody else interested in food?
Quite so. Up and out the door.
I can't wait to learn all about these kobolds. That's so exciting.
Oh goodness! So you all come into it's a combination kitchen because there's a kitchen along one of the walls and mess hall because there are long tables and benches. No one has their own individual spot except one like small table with a chair behind it. You gather that's probably Elder Runara's spot to sit. And there are, now that you can see them sitting still for once, there appear to be 9 kobolds here of various sizes and indeed colors. They're all over the place, and they're all sitting with knife in one hand, fork in the other, waiting, doing that expectant child look.
I definitely thought there were more of them.
I when we came up, I could have swore I saw like 200 of them.
Same. Actually, I agree.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just that fast. You know, they have they work in a pack.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yes, so one of them alone, no problem, but 2 of them they're in a pack, and then they're much more formidable.
Have you ever seen several stacked underneath a cloak?
I've heard stories about that from an old adventuring friend of mine. You know, come to think of it, he left his daughter in a place like this because she couldn't go adventuring with him. She ended up real fucked up here.
I can imagine so.
Ow!
Oh.
Is there a place for us to sit? That is obvious.
Yes, so there,
Okay.
so there is one long table that is kobold size.
Okay.
And then there's another long table that is human size.
Perfect.
And there's already a human woman, sitting at this table, waiting, hands folded very calmly in her lap, watching as a human man is over in the kitchen, putting the finishing touches on what looks like stew and bread. Very simple fare, but everyone is quite eager.
I will approach the woman. Hello. I believe this is where we will sit. My name is Officer Cadet Undar Pomo. Hello. It is pleased to meet you.
Yes. Welcome. I'm Varnoth.
Varnoth.
Pleasure. And
May we sit with you?
I suppose, although it might be a little bit of a fit for you there, friend.
Oh, it's fine. I'm shorter than Barry.
Sit. Sit, enjoy. Tarek will have dinner up very soon.
Tarek?
Yes, Tarek, the fellow over there. Which is spelled Tarak.
Is Tarek always the cook?
No, we take turns, but between us, everyone looks forward to his nights.
Oh.
What's wrong with your cooking?
It's all right. I am more accustomed to cooking for, armies, as opposed to, the kobolds.
Oh.
You let him get a little bit bigger and get a few more of them, and you might very well have an army.
Not these ones. This is a place where people come to consider.
Oh, Princess, we found the right spot for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Louvstress, take a spot.
Your Highness.
Well,
Welcome. Food should be up any moment. And then, Elder Renara's taking her time.
Whom?
Elder Renara, I believe you met her when you came in.
Yes.
I did hear the commotion. You were very quick.
Quick from what?
The fighting.
Is that like a normal welcome for guests here? You got to fight your way through a gauntlet of the undead before you're allowed to have dinner?
Oh, were there 100? I heard there were 3.
Sorry,
How
is
is
100 the benchmark for the gauntlet? I know when you were visiting a place, it was more like, flour lays in a pineapple. That's what I get on most of the islands we stop at.
Well, this is a Sword Coast island. They tend to not go for the gentlers.
Yeah, well, I guess a little bit of battle before you can have your tranquility and contemplation. Yeah.
To answer your question, no, that is not common. I worry that there may be more of them.
do you know how big the ship was that crashed?
I do. I saw it crash.
Oh.
Yes, it was the north side of the island. It was a 2-master. It wasn't a very large ship, but large enough, I suppose.
There might be 20 to 40 more.
When we went to have a look, it appeared as though there were no survivors. We did not find anyone on the rocks. It's fairly dangerous to get there. We did not investigate further. There's something wrong with that part of the island.
Is that why the sailors turned into undead sailors?
It's very possible. I think there's something... I don't know. I dealt with a sword and shield. I never dealt with magic or necromancers, except when I was jamming a sword through their heads.
I'm sorry, do you think that there is a necromancer living on the north side of the island?
I don't know.
Would it be possible for someone to be living there that you don't know about?
Very possible. We tend to keep to this cloister, and if they have not interfered with us, we do not interfere with them.
Oh my.
But if there are zombies that are coming up on our shores, well, it may be worth investigating. Although this is a difficult place to field. This is a place of peace. This is a place of learning to let go of the past. And, well.
I don't think that's going to be happening while we're here.
Not with this year.
Unfortunately. But thanks for the heads up.
Well, then perhaps you are the ones to go and investigate such a thing. I am old and tired, and certainly not at my fighting fit.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Got it. Right.
Undar is so excited. He thinks that because he's a mercenary, and and he thinks that he might. He's just like, you kind of hear like shuffling, like big heavy feet. Like, yes, this is gonna be fun.
Does anyone have the soldier background?
Sailor background.
Okay. Anyone who would like to can make a history check.
Let's all do it.
Well, history checks.
Nope. Oh, I have a strong
14.
22.
I think I have a dirty 20.
Nice.
You got
9.
The oldest one of us.
Yeah.
She's forgotten more than she can recall.
that's fair. So
reading.
Marlo and Coralynn. That actually makes a lot of sense.
I was like, given my background, it does make sense, even though not mechanically.
Yeah. So you got a 22, you got a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Coralynn, you have heard of a fighting cohort known as the Azure Wolves, who were very active in the East about a decade ago. And they were led, both of you know this, by General Varnoth Wender.
Huh.
And thinking about it, Marlo, yeah, add about 10 years to this woman, or add about 10 years to that description, and that would look very much like the woman who's sitting at the table with you.
That's cool.
This is a general of great renown, the sort of person that your organization would have quailed from in her youth.
The sort of person that I probably don't need knowing anything more about me and the people I used to roll with. So I'll just kind of clock that and be like, right, okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, after you've done your time, I suppose it's worth it to just step back and relax.
And contemplate on what has happened, yes.
Yeah, I hear something about that, thinking back on your past and assessing where you want to go with your future. Anyway, smells great. Do you need help bringing things in from the kitchen there? Your husband, boyfriend, partner, brother, whatever he was?
A friend, Tarek.
Right.
That was really great.
Begrudging coworker.
Look, he owes me money.
That I understand. Most every acquaintance I have owes me money.
He lost a dice to me a few nights ago and has refused to give me the silver that he owes. I'm sure he'll come around eventually.
I get the impression you could probably shake him down for it if you needed it, but it's more fun to make him squirm.
It is so much more fun to make him squirm.
Right, I'm gonna go see if he needs help bringing anything in because this is getting a little crowded in here.
Very well. Elder Runara should be here any moment.
How many times have we referenced Elder Runara should be here any moment in the span of the time that we've been here? Like, is it enough times that we can now be like,
Okay. But I think it's more of the you should shut up and we should just wait.
Oh,
I'm not picking up what she's putting down.
I'm not as
Anytime.
He's a necromancer.
So you go to the kitchen, Marlo, and there's there's a human who is late middle age.
sure.
So, and he's pale skinned. This is clearly someone who spends a lot of time outside because he's got a good tan going on,
Nice.
and he's got tattoos running down the side of his neck into the collar of his robe.
Soldier tattoos, sailor tattoos, mystical order tattoos.
Really bad mistake tattoo.
Really bad choices while drunk tattoos.
One Milli Vanilli tattoo.
You're like, oh, you've gotten all the black-eyed peas.
Wow, the detail.
Roll me
Oh
a
my
history
gosh.
check to see if you recognize these.
pump it.
That is a natural 20
Nice.
for a 23, I believe.
Okay,
Rolling real good on the history. A skill I did not think I was going to need, but good job me.
but here we are. As he shifts and his hair pulls a little bit with the collar of the robe, you see a tattoo that you recognize instantly. That is a tattoo of the Gilded Gallows.
Right.
The Gilded Gallows, for those who are not familiar with the backstory, is a...
Which would be no one, because this is new, because we're playing the starter set.
it is a thieves' guild that operates far to the southeast.
Hello there. I came to see if you needed help setting the table.
Oh, yes, that would actually be very kind of you. Here, yes, bread, and he'll hand you a basket full of rolls.
Great. Do I assume I feed the little hungry ones first?
Yes, but remind them they're not to eat until Elder Renara comes in. Remind them they might they might need to be reminded. They're little
Gonna have a kobold uprising on her hand.
Yes, right. Sorry. Your friend there mentioned your name. We were talking about gambling debts. I'm Marlo, but you were again.
Tarek. Pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful. I'll be right back for the next load.
I'm going to be right behind you with the cauldron. Don't worry.
Perfect.
And you carry out a basket full of rolls, and all of the kobolds cheer when they see you.
Cute.
I like them. I'll do that thing. It's like, again, because I'm also very tall, and they're sitting down. Like, and remember, when do we eat our food?
When Elder Renara is here.
Very good. You wait for the captain, and then the captain takes care of you. Set the bread down.
This is every character you've played with QNC.
Because I play Locha, and then every single time, every DM is like, you know, it'd be hilarious if we throw all of the child dialogue characters.
The kids or the animals must go
Children and
to
animals
Alondra.
every time.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna form an army of kobolds and use them to execute my revenge mission. It'll be fine.
I love this.
So, and for all the rambunctiousness, the kobolds are very organized in this aspect. The one at the top of the table grabs a roll, puts it on their plate, moves the basket down. Dunk, dunk, bunk, bunk. That was not the sounds that I meant to make with that, but sure, we'll go with that.
It's the sound my bread makes.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
That's a dead slow.
And Tarek is not far behind you, and he's holding the cauldron and ladles a scoop of the stew into each bowl as he goes down the line. And as he finishes with the long kobold table, Elder Renara walks into the room. And everyone pauses and looks at her as she pauses in the doorway. The blessings of Bahamut be upon you, my children.
And also with you.
What?
You've been around Catholics. And everyone everyone says, actually, yeah, everyone says it also with you, because there's not really a better response to that. And she makes her way over to the little side table where she sits alone. And the last kobold bounces off of the bench, brings the basket of rolls over to her and holds it up. And she delicately takes one, places it next to her bowl. And then the basket gets run over to the human table. Well, taller humanoid table. And Varric spoons out a ladle of soup for Elder Renara with a little bow before coming over to the table.
Hello.
Oh, we have more guests. Well, welcome. Hi, hello, welcome. Goodness, quite a interesting collection. You didn't say that you had friends with you, ma'am.
Wait, is this Elder Renara talking to us?
No, that's Varric who's spooning. I do not do voices.
No,
James.
that's fine. I just got confused. I'm like, why is she pretending like she doesn't know us? Just talking.
No, Varric was back in the kitchen when we all came in.
We were all on the same ship, and we're all coming to talk to the elder and all of that. Figured we'd all join for a bit of a meal, though. Dropping down low. I don't know how into the sort of gambling they are, but from what I heard from your friend, I think you and I should maybe have a go at cards later and have a little chat.
Oh.
And as I say that, I'm gonna I'm wearing, think like your very kind of stereotypical sort of sailor pirate fantasy, like lots of flowy with then a lot of straps and layers. And I'm gonna just do the thing where I just kind of subtly sort of like push up my sleeve and flash like the leather bracer that's got a bunch of tooling on it that has little insignia and thing, and one of the insignia is the insignia of the ship that I used to roll on. And I'm just gonna leave it long enough for him to see what's there and just see if there's any reaction off of it.
With your passive perception, his eyes drop down to the bracer and then come back up to your face, and there's now a wariness to his expression.
Oh, just smile, wink, push the sleeve back over the bracer, and start loading up on bread.
Would we passively percept this moment, or should I re-roll for something? Because if we can tell something just went down.
Yeah.
Andar, what's your passive perception? You did not put it on the thumb of the sheet.
I did not know it. I have no idea what it is.
It's 10 plus your...
10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
So 11.
And you don't have...
Plus yes, I do have proficiency in wisdom.
Do you have proficiency in perception?
Yes.
Okay. Then what is the number next to your perception?
Or do not write it down, because this is...
So it's 1 wisdom
10,
plus
13.
2. So
13.
yeah, so you have a 13 passive. All of you have 13 passive. Goodness Christ. You're weird.
I have a 15.
Yeah, cleric.
Yeah.
Different.
All y'all
you're
give me
different.
an insight check if
Love
you
it.
would like.
I was gonna say, I will say that I was trying to be
Absolutely.
quiet enough they couldn't hear me, but they definitely would have seen the motion because there's just no way to hide
We
it.
are also nosy
22.
bitches.
That's the T.
That is
Yeah,
it.
that's the T.
All right.
It's perfect. Well.
Christy, what'd you get?
10, distracted by bread.
Matt, what did you get?
23.
Oh, goodness.
6 or something.
Brilliant.
6 or something.
So, Madame Celery, you see this whole interaction go down. Like you can't quite hear what's going on because she did make a point of being very quiet. But you see the movement, his eyes flick, and the look that they exchange.
Okay.
And the look on his face is like, with that insight check, you've seen that look on people before when their past catches up with them.
If I don't know who's next to me, but if it's whoever's next to me.
It's totally Coralynn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those two have a history of something.
You're not petting your dog.
This is going to be my default motion.
It's like Dr. Evil over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely is.
I've seen this before. Yes, I have a feeling. So she showed him something on her bracer, and then he gave her some eyes. She gave him some eyes.
She did mention
Here
some
you are.
piracy in her
They're
past. Is it
finger bones.
perhaps
Some piracy, you say?
some... Well, I believe I said piracy, but that's all right. Yes, perhaps they're
Cahoots.
cahoots? You did mention gold on this island.
Madame Celery is not talking necessarily very quiet. So, like,
No.
depending on how far, it's just like, they're in cahoots, those two over there.
You don't even need to roll with your passive perception. You hear him, or you
What
hear
is
her.
this? Okay, fine. And then it's like, what is this?
And Varric just gives you a look, the celery before Madame Celery before ladling of serving of soup into your bowl, ladling the soup of serving into Coralynn's, and just walking back to the kitchen without a word.
How rude.
Fascinating.
I'm not going to eat this.
The soup.
You know what they say on the high seas about tales?
As old
Men
as
don't
time.
tell them. Bread?
Oh my god, is he undead?
No, you'd have noticed.
Would I?
I mean, I don't know. You normally you smell when there's a lot of undead happening around here. I might be making too many presumptions about your sense of smell. I just assumed with such a gorgeous large schnoz that you probably had a superior sense of smell to the rest of us.
Why thank you. Ghosts do not smell, by the way.
Ghosts do not smell.
Have you met ghosts before?
I have run from a ghost before, yes.
Can you talk to ghosts?
Jinkies.
You can, you can talk to anything.
That's a fair point.
Whether they talk back, it's another.
No, I stand corrected. That is, in fact, a very fair point. I'm going to go to the kitchen and get some more, dumps out the rest of the bread onto the table. Some more bread, and then just eats the empty.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah, we're both like, no, the bread needs to be saved.
I know, I'm just like, there are rules. One bread per person. This is highly unorthodox.
I'm gonna follow back to the kitchen. There's no reason not to at this point. I've made my bed. I'll lie in it.
Cool. And
it's a hammock, so it's gonna be awkward. But you know,
how do you make a hammock?
Carefully.
The last thing my character essentially is just out of boot camp, so that's all he knows the military is. So he's like, oh my, this is you cannot
disorder.
Do this. Yeah.
Oh, no.
He is baby.
He is tiny baby. Tarek is in the kitchen, putting the cauldron on a hook that he swings out from the fire so it can stay warm but not burn.
Yeah. I'm just gonna step in and like lean against the counter nearest the door. I'm deliberately like not encroaching on his space or anything. I'm just being there, just being like, look, I'm pretty sure you're not the person I'm looking for, but maybe you are, maybe you know where he is, so.
He'll turn around, cross his arms, lean back against the table. I left that part of my life behind a while ago.
Well, anybody else come through here who was trying to leave it behind sooner?
What do you quantify as sooner?
I'm going to hand wave, but presume that I can give a specific timeline of like when this happened. So I'll just, be like, look, you ever work with a shithead named Gilder?
What are you looking for?
Well, this fellow who calls himself Gilder turned tail and ran with a whole king's ransom, and in the process of so doing, happened to, leave a trail in his wake, and that trail included someone who I was once very close to. And I'd like to make sure that he remembers the code of the sea. You don't betray those who you're close to.
That's the tale they're telling, right?
You got a better one for me? I'm certainly willing to hear it. But this is what I was told when they brought me a ring and a finger and a note that he wrote me, and said there wasn't enough left of him to bring the rest home.
And who is this poor fellow?
Fucking Dave? You ever work with a guy named Dave? Just for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everyone at the table just automatically like, for no reason.
First laughter from out the kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dave. Goliath. Lots of tattoos. Double wielding the great swords. Yeah, that Dave.
I didn't think that part of my past was going to come back.
It's never the part you think it is. I always figured I'd have a bunch of nuns showing up on my doorstep, getting on my case for breaking my vows, but they've never found me, so...
Well, with the exception of very specific orders, they don't tend to go looking if someone goes missing.
Fair enough.
The fellow Gilder that you're looking for, I used to be called that. But before you go drawing a weapon on me, as I suspect you want to, do you want to hear the actual story? Or are you going to believe what you were told by them?
I'm always willing to hear a tale. As I just mentioned at the table, you know what they say about tales.
Dead men don't tell them.
Which means you gotta live at least long enough to finish your story now, don't ya? We'll reach into my pouch and pull out a handful of the finger bones and just stand there kind of rolling them in my hand while I wait to hear this saga.
He will reach behind himself, pull a dagger, and place it on the table. Lean back, crossing his arms again. Dave and I were close. Very close. in the way that can be used as blackmail with the right people.
Yeah, that sounds like Dave.
He was getting too close to some of the secrets that the guild had. And I was the best damn poisoner they ever had.
I'll bet you are.
It's fun to see how those sorts of skills transfer over to more, let's say, mundane lives, which is nice. He was getting too close to their secrets, and they wanted me to kill him. And I betrayed them when I refused.
So then what was about that package I got in the mail?
Oh, they saw to it that he died. It was just more brutal than it would have been if I had done it. And they sent me part of They told you that there wasn't enough left? That's because the rest of it showed up on my doorstep.
Well. So you got a list of names for me then?
I know a few.
What about that king's ransom?
I've heard about that, actually. It's, supposedly hidden here, yeah?
Here!
Here, on the island.
Shipwreck Isle.
Oh,
That sounds like the kind of shit they'd pull. Yeah, right.
it doesn't exist.
Then why go telling about it?
Because it sends people like you after me.
Are they looking for you, or are they looking for this place?
There's something about this place that is off and wrong.
Yeah, no kidding.
The rest of the island. But they're looking for me.
How'd you like to make sure they don't come looking anymore?
I left that part of me behind. I was going to before Dave was killed. But that expedited it. I have learned much here about the cost of vengeance. I have learned that seeking revenge is a far more potent poison than anything I ever brewed. Because it turns you into someone whose eyes are dead, with no reason to continue on besides that. So, I've let it go. Maybe someday you can as well.
You know, I've made it kind of a career of running from things. Run from things, run into things. Don't really see much of a reason to start now. But you don't seem like you're pulling my leg. And you seem to have a good thing going here. So, tell you what. Pay the money you owe at dice to the nice lady out there. Lose to me at cards tonight. Because if I'm going to keep traveling with these motherfuckers, I'm probably going to need some resources. And, casts the finger bones onto the table and kind of looks at him. And I could certainly spread around some stories about how I found Gilder and strung him up by his thumbs and cut his bowels out when I get back.
I think you have a deal. Marlowe.
Cheers. Well, I should go eat the rest of that stew before it gets any colder.
Better hurry. At least one of the youngins likes to go around begging for the scraps.
Oh, I mean, even if it's already eaten, reaches into a pocket, whips out like 3 bread rolls that were pocketed earlier. I'll be all right.
And he actually does laugh at that. There's still a sadness to his eyes, but he laughs very genuinely when you produce a bread roll from nowhere.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go see how much trouble the rest of them have gotten themselves into, and we can lose at cards later.
That sounds lovely.
Scoop up the bones, put it back in the pouch.
Oh, Marlo.
Yes.
I said that there is something odd going on on this island. I might want to talk to you later if you're willing to lend a hand around here.
I'd certainly love to know more about why you got weird zombies and also why you got to the head of, like, one of the biggest fuck-off military groups ever, like, just chilling here, looking for solace.
Ah, you know who Varnoth is.
Is there anyone who doesn't?
Most of the people here. I believe it is just the elder, myself, Varnoth, and any of your party who may have figured it out. Not many people do.
Well,
She keeps herself to herself.
seems to be sort of a theme around here. Not that I'm complaining.
Not when you have secrets to hide.
Yeah, I'm sort of an open book if you read it close enough. Flicks her little, like, medallion, you can see that it's not actually, like, an amulet. It's glass. It's just really kind of tarnished and sooted over a little bit, and it's a reliquary. It's got something embedded inside the glass. Just kind of wrote it down. Cheers.
Cheers.
And I will head back out because this has taken far too long as a solo scene. And I should go see what's happening out here because I am so curious.
Well, since we have the best poisoner out there.
Yeah.
Wild. I don't know. I mean, Princess has kept her eye on the freaking door the whole time. Just like...
You probably saw at least part of this conversation happen.
Like, there was
a
a large part of me that wanted to be like, and we're gonna listen at the door, but I thought that would be a little excessive. Anyway.
Let's come back, sit down eating pocket bread.
So Undar finished his stew very quickly, and then was just kind of looking. Do you think she's coming back?
Oh,
I don't think she's coming back. And just for like, as long as you guys can stand it, he's just like, I think she would mind. It would be okay, I think. But never actually
that's cute. That's
never
That's
actually
extremely
touching
funny.
it.
Yeah. What's it?
Amazing. Torrin's like, yeah, I don't know,
You know, no, I won't do it.
No, now you have to.
No, I was
Yeah,
gonna.
you
So
have
like
to.
after if sweet Undar just keeps going. What do you think? Like after how long was that conversation? At least like 10 minutes, I would assume. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
about
So
10
after like
minutes.
the 5-minute mark, she's just gonna like reach into her thing, and she'll like crush something in her fingers, and she'll just blow towards him and cast sleep. Like just because she's just like she's not.
Oh no, sleep storm!
Do they have sleep storms in space?
Roll me some points.
I'll do it. Okay. I need. Here, let me.
How many
just do it.
D8s do you need?
A 5. We can each roll a D8 and we'll combine it. That'll be fun.
All right.
Interactive. If everyone rolls a D8.
Ooh, 7. That's
9.
8.
9. Ooh, that's 17.
1.
That's 18.
4, 22.
That's 22.
So, where do you cast this?
Yes, where do you cast this?
Oh.
Because
starts with the
it
lowest
starts
hit
with the
point.
lowest person, who I think is you.
I didn't even. Oh my gosh, she knocked herself out. Yeah.
That works just as well. You still have to
It's
listen to
fine.
it.
It's fine. So it's 9. It's 9. So just be like, oh Christ.
So what was the total? What was the total?
22.
22.
Yeah, so
22.
both you and Coralynn.
Well, I believe I actually have a defense against
Nice.
magical sleep. I cannot be put to sleep via magic.
Nice.
And
Good.
So I'm just like,
So you fall asleep and then I fall asleep.
How about Gif? Do Gif have any defense against magical
No,
sleep?
no,
Yeah, no, then
no.
you two are out.
I will walk back out.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. Do what you're gonna do, and then I will join.
Well, no, I have another tangent I could take us on, but that's fine. We can skip
No,
it.
no,
So it's only
Tangents
for
are
a
the
minute,
best.
so I think like at the,
Oh,
at the,
okay.
nine,
Oh,
at
gotcha.
the 9-minute mark, you're like, go to sleep.
Yeah, no, we're pretty close to it. So go
Yeah.
forth with continuing this actual scene.
No, but I just walk out. I will glance at them.
Just fully like,
Walk over, look back at the kitchen, look back at them, one pinky finger into the soup and taste it. Look back, but then look at you and just be like,
I guess they can't hold their liquor.
Is there liquor on the table?
No, there is
No,
not.
okay. No, I just sort of not like, right, okay, sorry about that, had to go catch up with an old friend.
Yes, I would love to know everything about it.
We're going to go on an adventure.
How fantastic.
Would you like to come along?
I suppose. Where are you going?
Immediately, we're gonna go play cards, and following that, you'll see what there's.
The way your face dropped.
I'm sorry, I forget. You're a princess.
The adventure of cards was not expected.
Marla will literally pause and be like, I'm sorry, I forget that, like, normal people have, like, actual excitement. My entire life is excitement, so something that doesn't involve, like, fighting off invaders or trying to board other ships or repairing things in the middle of a storm is, kind of a delight.
All right.
I
And
promise
then
it's gonna be good. You're going to win.
the curveballs. All right.
There's something weird happening on the island, and my new friend is gonna give us some clues about that, and we're maybe gonna go help try to figure out why this island's such shit and make it less shitty.
Sure.
That's my understanding. Sort of.
All right. Well.
And then I'm gonna fake his death for him again. If you'd like to get some real good street cred when you get back to your court, I've got it in spades for you.
Are you saying the first fake didn't stick?
No, because I found him.
I mean, that's happenstance. All right, well, that's exciting. I'm in for it. Intrigue.
Wonderful.
Yeah, is it fun?
As she slaps her hands, both of you start awake.
That's amazing.
God.
Which
Oh,
one?
you're back.
What's your happened? What?
I don't know.
I believe the soup is a bit too strong for both of you.
Oh, how was your secret meeting?
It's fine. I'm gonna win at cards tonight. The Oracle foretold it.
There's an... Never mind.
Reach into the pouch, pull out the finger bones, throw them across the table.
Oh,
Oh my.
Yep. Scoop them back up, put it back in.
that's a winner.
I want to be very clear. I am not casting augury. I am just shitting with everybody by playing with bones. Pirate.
Spooky bitch energy.
Matey.
Your soup got sort of cold while you were out.
You know, I'm kind of fine with the bread. Do you want to finish that?
I love cold soup.
Oh.
It's probably a tiny little bowl and his giant snout. Just like you see, his whiskers are getting like all covered in soup.
Marlo, despite the fact that she is dead inside, is sort of warmed to this sweet giant hippo man.
Tarak comes out a couple minutes later with a rather larger bowl, possibly a salad bowl, and dishes a few ladles of leftover
thank
soup
you, thank
into
you
it.
so much. Oh, so good.
Big fella like you, gotta keep up your energy.
Yeah, especially there's a wizard on this. Oh, there's a wizard.
There's several.
Sorry, is there...
I believe he means an evil wizard.
Is there... Is this one of these places that's got like weird
someone
things
hurting
about
the island.
lizards? Because I've been to some of those places before, but I
No,
don't think this
no, not at
okay,
all.
just double check it. You don't have any particular religious prejudices that I should be aware of, do you? I realize I probably should ask this beforehand.
This place is in honor of Bahamut, so we incline.
I don't think he's ever actively tried to kill or eat the god that I used to serve, so I'm probably fine.
Not unless you serve Tiamat, in which case.
No, definitely not that one.
Are we aiding you, sir?
Are you what?
Aiding.
Oh, we're gonna win at cards later against him. Isn't that right?
And Varda is just watching this whole conversation.
Right, that's what she said.
Her chin propped on her fist, just watching. Oh, well, this island hasn't seen such excitement in a long time. I look forward to this.
Would you like to come?
I would be delighted.
Don't worry, I hear your pool's already covered.
Oh, good. You finally convinced him. And the two of them share a look that is much more friendly than antagonistic. It's that, like, yeah, all right, you got me, kind of like elbow ribbing type of thing.
I will not roll to find out if they are friends or friends.
10 out of 10.
Even though that is exactly what Marlo would want to do.
Just murderers being pals, Alondra. God.
Yeah. Just classic murderers being pals.
You know what to do.
Pals being murderers.
Same difference.
The night can go anywhere.
We don't have a knight. We have a wizard, a sorcerer, a cleric, and a paladin.
Paladins are kind of nice if you think about it. So the rest of the meal passes without incident.
Hey-ho. Despite our best efforts.
Despite your best efforts, Tarok does join you for the rest of the meal with his food. And the silence, assuming that there is silence, is much more convivial than strained. Because there's a sense of, yeah, there are secrets, but there's a sense of camaraderie that's beginning to grow.
Does Elder Radara just give us weird side-eye the entire meal?
No. Elder Renara appears to have been watching everything that was passing, and then, observing more than anything else. I mean, you know that kind of look. You do it yourself all of the time. More gathering information and figuring out, is there going to be a problem?
Well, I mean, probably, because that one kobold down on the end, I think he's trying to steal rolls from the next kobold down. You should keep an eye on that.
Oh, that's Zark. Zark is
Normal.
very normal. Quite the rude little thing.
Have they learned to stand on each other's shoulders yet?
They're working on it.
All right, because that's when you really got to watch out, because then they can reach the stuff on the high shelf.
No, it's even more dangerous than that. Mila is the one who stands on the top shoulder, and she's a tinkerer.
Oh, no, that's lockpicking. You don't want any of that.
Uh-huh. Yes, we've had to gently discourage that sort of behavior.
Yes. No, have you considered giving her a bunch of gears and teaching her how to make little, clockwork bugs and things? Because, if she learns how to make little objects and stuff, I can get her work on a ship when she's old enough.
She's actually been working a great deal on alchemy and those sorts of things.
Oh, that's also good. Blowing ships up. Very useful skill. Always in employment.
Yes, there was...
Sorry. Oh, God. Sorry. I forgot. Sorry.
Cast the spell again.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to cast a spell on myself. This time I retire. I am bored by all this talk of children.
Would you prefer talk of adults?
I would prefer no talk. I am exhausted. Good night.
And on that note, is anyone doing anything other than going to bed?
No.
I'm winning at cards.
Yeah.
Well, is the card scene where we are hoping to finagle a
Yeah, we're
mission?
we're gonna do that as an actual scene. We'll do that in the morning.
Cool.
Yeah.
In the morning? Okay.
So I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for the evening tonight, so that we can get an after dark before someone has to disappear.
Who is that?
I have no
my
idea.
goodness.
Oh my gosh, just the worst. But thank you all so much for joining us. There's a clicker around here somewhere that I can actually get to the end of things. There we go.
What?
So thank you all so much for watching this first episode of Dragons of Shipwreck Isle. I think that this... We'll see how things go. We're likely to go 4 episodes. We'll find out.
We tried, but not very hard.
Is this a one shot?
No.
No.
Oh, was it supposed to be?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoops.
Oh, by the way, Matt, check the Discord.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, yeah.
No, we
Seriously, check the Discord now and again.
What is it? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
on
Yeah.
the break. Yeah.
It's a game?
It's a game.
So this is called Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And we were playing the 5th edition starter set that was just released earlier this week, Dragons of Shipwreck Isle. Back to you.
Thank you. Yes, later the rest of the amazing programming is going to be continuing this week, I think. Yes? Maybe?
Yeah.
Cool. So then, Natural One will be back on Monday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Chaos Agents Campaign 2 will continue on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. It's Saturday night with them. Saturday night still.
A full pick.
And who knows, maybe we'll actually get dancing this time. Could happen.
There's always dancing in the control room, I promise.
And the Redacted Reports is going to be releasing another episode this Wednesday. Check out your local podcatchers for that. And then we will be back on Saturday to continue Dragons of Shipwreck Isle. I have to look at the
Win
name of
a
it
card
every time.
and go on a mission and probably continue giving Thomas PTSD.
And for those who are wondering, GDS will be back the following week. So we're back a week from today, and then in 2 weeks, GDS will be back to continue with the mad adventures happening currently in Nepal or Tibet. We're in Tibet now, aren't we?
Tibet. Yes.
We passed through so many countries
some sort
so
of weird,
fast.
sexy demi-plane right now, or did you get out of that at the end?
I did not. I had nothing to do with actually like staying in the demi-plane. Nick's character had that.
Oh, sorry. Nick's character is stuck in a demi-plane. That's why he couldn't join us tonight. He's in the Feywilds. Don't worry about it.
He's in the Feywild. He walked through a fairy circle. It's his own fault. Indeed. So thank you again so much for joining us, and stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next week.
And welcome, Christy. Yay!
Yay!